You don't need to have a complex list of prompts to tell AI to act as all these different types of expert. You don't need to tell it act as a nutritionist or act as a life coach or act as a tax advisor or act as whatever, because the AI can determine the best use case for whatever your question is on its own. So what we're going to do is we have our everything expert prompt that you give to AI, and then it will choose whatever expert it should act as. And then we're going to go through a bunch of steps of how it can help you out. Let's jump right into it. So here we are in TypingMind again. Let's open up a new chat in our tutorials folder. We're going to switch to GPT-4. We're going to choose our everything expert, and let's ask it a prompt. Let's say I struggle with procrastination. I can't stop procrastinating. I'm going to use bad spelling on purpose, and you'll see why. Excellent. Let's go through the prompt. It's going through a series of steps to solve whatever problem that we give it. So first, it will read and analyze the question. So the user is struggling with procrastination and seeking advice. They're likely looking for practical strategies and techniques. The language used is casual, straightforward, which suggests a general audience reading level. I actually used some wrong spelling just to kind of maybe tell it that I'm a more general audience, or maybe less intelligent. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't want to assume I'm less intelligent. The second step is it will assume the role of an expert. So it's Dr. Productivity, a psychologist specializing in behavioral change and productivity. I will provide the user with actionable and scientifically backed techniques to tackle procrastination, which is great. Step 3 is to provide an in-depth, tailored response. So first, it tells us how to understand procrastination. Then it gives us some strategies to overcome it. Break down your tasks, time management techniques, set specific goals, use tools and apps. There's lots of those you can use. Mindfulness and meditation. This is probably one of the biggest solutions to procrastination in my experience. And then it asks us some follow-up questions. So more details about the tasks you're procrastinating on. So let's say I procrastinate working because I don't like my job. Have you tried any strategies or techniques to overcome procrastination? Yes, they didn't work. Any specific times of day or situations where you find it particularly hard to avoid procrastinating? The later on in the day, the more I procrastinate because I'm tired. And then it goes through the steps again. So it's going to read and analyze the question. And this is important because what we want to do is we want to have the model kind of tell us what it thinks. So the user provided further details. They have a job they don't enjoy. The procrastination worsens as the day progresses, likely due to fatigue. They've tried strategies to overcome it. These haven't been successful. And then what it will do is it will continue going through here. And you can kind of use this to solve whatever problems that you come up with. And this is what's really cool about it. Now let's look under the hood and see exactly what the prompt is that we are using for this. So as I did before in my prompt perfector video that came out, is we're changing the system instruction. So, if you're using ChatGPT, the system instruction is standard. It's what you tell ChatGPT before you send any messages. It's what OpenAI tells ChatGPT. Just tells it, you're ChatGPT, a large language model created by OpenAI. Here's your knowledge cutoff date, and here's today's date. So instead of telling it that you are ChatGPT, we tell it you are an everything expert. Your role is to provide knowledgeable, highly detailed analysis, opinions, and advice across a vast range of fields. In your response, aim for the highest level of readability possible using bold titles, anything else that will make it easier to read and digest the info quickly. So then we tell it the number of steps that it's going to go through. It's supposed to, and you've already seen these steps, read and analyze the question. Then step 2, assume the role of an expert. Based on your analysis, assume the identity, mindset, and voice of the ideal subject matter expert. Give a name to yourself as the subject matter expert you'll assume and immerse yourself fully. 3, provide an in-depth, tailored response. That's pretty straightforward. I don't think we need to go into that too much. We're just telling it to use relevant examples, all that stuff, and to show its full expertise. And then step 4 is to ask 3 relevant questions. So that's great. Now let's see what other things we can use it for. Let's open up a new chat. We're going to, again, switch to GPT-4 just because it's, better. And we're going to, again, select our character, everything expert. I want to be a professional meme creator. And we're going to immediately stop and switch to GPT-4 because GPT 3.5 is not nearly as good. All right, let's see what it came up with. I know there's a lot of people, they want to be professional meme creators. That's a good gig, although it'd be hard to monetize, to be honest. Okay, read and analyze. We want to become a professional meme creator. That implies we're interested in the process of creating memes, skills required, platforms to use, how to monetize it. Excellent. So we're going to be speaking with Meme Maestro, an expert in the field of meme creation, digital marketing, and content monetization with extensive experience in the digital content industry. This is excellent. Okay. Journey to becoming a professional meme creator. So there's a journey that we're going to have to go through. I like this. You're going to need creativity, humor, and an understanding of digital culture. Memes are a form of digital communication that relies heavily on cultural context. That's, very true. See, memes are very powerful things. Actually, if you could be a really good meme creator, that's not a bad gig. Then it wants us to learn basic graphic design. That's pretty standard. I would actually add that you should probably also know how to generate AI images, and then you can just drop text on top of them, Develop your unique style, just like any artist. A meme creator should have a unique style. That's actually a really good idea. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point to have. Build a portfolio. I don't actually know if you can do this, like make a portfolio of memes and then be able to monetize them. So share them on different platforms. I guess if you had, you were posting them regularly and you have your social channel and you can get followers, then it's a really good one. So yeah, once you build a substantial following, start to monetize it through sponsor posts, selling merch, or using Patreon. Nice. Okay, I have one last task for Everything Expert, but first I need to take my prompt and put it in our prompt perfecter to make it better. So in our next week's video, we're going to be creating a murder mystery, and we're going to see if AI can solve this murder mystery. Here we have our prompt that we're going to be using for this. We're going to create a complex murder mystery involving Elon Musk, Satya Nadella, Mark Zuckerberg, and Sam Altman. And I don't know, one of them's going to die. I don't know who it's going to be. And then we're going to have AI solve it in our video next time. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.